To initiate a stock transfer between two stores, the first thing we need to do is actually set up a stock transfer or a store transfer supplier in our system. So go up under purchasing, we're going to go to suppliers, and we're going to add a new item called store transfer. Now, the rest of this information really isn't important to Optimum in this kind of instance, so I can just put whatever in here, and then we'll save it. Now that we have that supplier, we need to add in a case size because you will not have access to items, preps, and products in the enterprise environment. We need to add a case size in for the item that we're going to be transferring. So let's say, for instance, a store has asked me to transfer carrots. I'm going to transfer here. I'm going to take the carrots and I'm going to add in a case size for that supplier, which is store transfer. So we're just going to go add. We're going to add in store transfer as our supplier. We're going to indicate the unit that I am transferring out. So in this case, it's a bag, and it's a bag of 5 pounds. And so I would indicate the information just like I normally would when setting up a case size. And what I would do is indicate the current price for that item, which is $3.99. Most likely you can get that right from there. Okay, so now that I've got that item in here, I do not have to select any of these items here. So I can save that, and that item is now in my database as a supplier ready to buy and or sell. Well, because I'm selling this item to another store, I'm going to create an invoice to remove the stock. And in this case, I'm going to click credit to remove the stock. Choose the store transfer. So as you can see here, here's store transfer, and you can see that the list only contains one item at the moment, carrots bag. Now, as you begin to transfer stock between different stores, this list will grow, and you won't have to be setting things up as you go. Put the invoice date, choose the date that you're actually sending it, and what you can do here is you can indicate the date of the transfer as the invoice number. So let's say, for instance, it's August 10th, and it was Fred's store I'm sending it to. So this just becomes a record of where did it go to and what date. In here, we'll end up forcing the total here, but we've got to add in what we're doing, which is we're transferring them some carrots. But when I'm transferring it, because I'm sending it out, it's -1 bag. When the invoice goes in on the other side, of course, it'll be +1 bag because they're receiving the stock. Now, if I try and save this, of course, it won't save. So what we're going to do is here put -$3.99 to balance the invoice. When I save this, that has now been removed from my stock, and at the moment will need to be printed out for the store. So I can double click on this and print this out, and print it so that when they get it, they know they have a piece of paper in their hand to say this is what I received from them. Now, on the other side, they will click on invoice at the receiving store. They will click bill. They will choose store transfer because they've set up the same thing. Put this in, and then they would put in here that they received 1 bag for $3.99, and then save that invoice as well. And that's how you're going to move stock from store to store in version 4.